Hello guys, it's CrazyGamer12. Welcome back to another vlog. So right now I'm in the guest room of my house. It's Friday. It's the end of the week 2 of high school for me. I gotta say I really like it there. I really like the stuff that they do there. So yeah. Anyways, what I wanted to let you guys know is this weekend I'm going over to my grandparents' house, and it's gonna be pretty fun. I'm going to my grandmother's gonna pick me up tomorrow at noon, and we're gonna stay over there. And hopefully I'll be able to show you guys the new fan that they got for their office, because they did put up a new one. There originally was a Aloha Breeze hugger in there, but the light socket on it broke, and my grandparents didn't want to break the fan, break it even more, so they decided to just take the whole fan down and replace it with a new one. And it's about time too, because crappy Walmart fans, I don't know why Walmart decided to make ceiling fans, because the quality on those fans are awful. They're literally cheap scrap metal. That's really that's what they are. They're not good fans at all. They're worse than the Hunter models, than some Hunter models of today. They're even worse than that. I don't know why Walmart. If Walmart's gonna make ceiling fans, make them good quality. They don't have to be amazing like vintage fans were, but at least up there with Hampton Bay, because Hampton Bay has actually got some pretty good models, with the exception of the Hampton Bay Littleton and the Hampton Bay Middleton. Those two models are pretty bad Hampton Bay models, but other than that, Hampton Bay is a good fan brand. So I would stick with Hampton Bay personally. I would not go with I would stay away from Walmart ceiling fans, because one, they're horrible quality, cheap scrap metal. That's basically what they are. Cheap Chinese manufacturing, and also just they're not very reliable in terms of, they're not the most reliable fans in the world, far from it. But anyways, they also are planning to replace the fan in their bedroom, which is also an Aloha Breeze hugger from Walmart. I'm gonna make a video of that this weekend and post it on my channel for you guys to see. Because I did make a video of it once before, but it went on my sister's channel by accident. I think I mentioned this in one of my earlier videos. It happened by accident. So I'm going to try to refilm it, and I'm going to see, because I want you guys to see it on my channel, not on my sister's. So, because that's a little weird. But anyways, and also I want to make a video of the new one. And when they do put up a new ceiling fan in their room, I can make an update, and I can show them the new one that they put in their room. But first I want to show them the one that's in their bedroom right now has been in that room for, I want to say, since 2005, maybe 2006, or maybe 2007, 2008. It's been in there for almost 9 to 10 years. That's a long time, especially for a Walmart fan. The Walmart fans, if they're in there for that, if you keep fans like that for that long, they're gonna wear out a lot. The blades on that fan sag horribly, and the reason why they want to replace it is because it makes too much noise. It buzzes like heck, and it makes a clicking noise when it operates. I thought it was the bearings, but ever since they put it up, it's made that noise. So I don't know if it's because it's a cheap fan or the bearings are already pretty bad when they put it up. I don't know, but it definitely didn't develop that clicking noise over time because it's a cheap fan. It made that noise ever since they put it up, and it buzzed too ever since they put it up. So they definitely need to replace it, because it's definitely not a good fan anymore. At least it's not as good as it was when they first put it up. It's definitely worn out. The blades are in horrible shape on that fan. The living room one is still in pretty good shape, even though it's still a cheap Walmart fan. It's certainly a lot better than the Aloha Breeze hugger in the master bedroom. At least the one in the living room is better. It's in better shape, performs better. It's not as noisy. I mean, it buzzes, like the motor makes buzzing noise, but that's because, like, the motor does make a humming noise, but that's because it's on a dimmer switch. Like, that's not the fan's fault. It's more like the switch that it's connected to. Like the Hampton Bay Larson right here. If it wasn't connected to the dimmer switch that's over there, the fan, I don't think this fan would make any noise. But it makes noise when it runs because it's on a dimmer switch. So that really doesn't have to do with the quality of the motor or anything like that. That's just the switch. The switch does that. Actually, we're planning on replacing the dimmer switch in here so the fan stops making motor noise. I think at some point when we start redoing this house a little more, I think we're going to replace that dimmer switch. That dimmer switch has always been there. Ever since we moved into this house, it's always been there. So, I mean, because there used to be just a normal light fixture chandelier thing, just a light fixture in this room that we removed to put this fan up. Because I think this was the master bedroom at one point. Well, actually, when we first moved in, it was the dining room. Then it became the master bedroom, and then now it's the guest room. So, but anyways, back to the ceiling fans in my grandparents' house. I'll try to make videos of those. My grandpa said he was also eventually going to put a fan in their kitchen. I don't know when they're going to do that. I talked to them about it. They said it's not a bad idea. Like it would be worth trying, in my opinion. If I owned that house, I would definitely try to put a fan anywhere I could. Because even though it's a small house, like definitely there should be a fan in the kitchen. There definitely should be a fan in the kitchen. Like I would put one like they have a front porch or whatever that leads to their front door. And there's a light fixture out there. I would put like a 42-inch outdoor fan out there or something. Like maybe a gazebo or I don't know. I can't think of any 42-inch outdoor fans at the moment that are made by Hampton Bay or something. I can't think of anything at the moment. But, yeah. That's kind of all I wanted to say. I mean, I don't really have anything much else to say, so thank you for watching. I kind of wanted to just tell you guys I'm going to my grandparents' house this weekend. But anyways, I apologize it's a little hard to see me just because there's only light coming from that window, and I don't want to turn the light on the fan on because it's going to make a huge glare. So, and that would kind of mess up the video, but anyways, yeah, I don't know what this is. I just found this. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say except the fact that I'm finally back for more videos. Like I've been kind of slacking with the making of videos because of high school. And let me tell you guys, that's not my fault. I've just been really busy with school. You know, high school is pretty important. So I definitely want to make sure I do good, and I need to study for my tests and everything. And won't always have time. I won't always make videos every day. There might be a couple days or something that I don't post a video because either I'm busy with homework or I just don't have the time to. You know what I mean? Especially since I might join the basketball team in the winter. So that might also contribute to the lack of videos when that does happen. So one thing I'm definitely looking forward to this year is definitely like the end of October, early November. And you want to know why? Because Super Mario Odyssey is coming out at that time, around that time. I think October 27th is the release date for Super Mario Odyssey. I'm saving money. Like, you know that I think I showed you guys like the jar full of quarters and stuff that added up to like $54. I might use that money to buy Super Mario Odyssey because I know it's going to be over $50 being it's a new game. Pretty much all new games are over $50. And then for Christmas, that's when I'm gonna ask for the GameCube, or ask for a GameCube rather. Like I want to get all the home consoles that I want first, like the whole retro home consoles that I want first, before I start collecting more of the Game Boy variety. Like I want to get one for the handhelds. I want to get. I have a DSi and a 3DS, so I don't think there's any reason for me to get a DS Lite, especially since I have a GBA SP. And I have two Game Boy Colors. I don't know if I'm going to keep them both, or I might sell one, or whatever. But I kind of like both of them. I think I might keep them both. I do definitely want to get the 8-bit Game Boy. I definitely want to get that, because that was pretty revolutionary for its time. And I also want to get the, even though I do have a GBA SP, I want to own the first GBA, like the one that's not backlit. The GBA that isn't backlit yet. So, because, you know, me being a collector, I kind of want to have the variations of the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color and all that kinds of stuff. I also want to get the GBL, or the Game Boy Light, which is a Japanese exclusive. I do know that, but there are some people on eBay who sell it for a reasonable price. Like, if it's brand new in the box, being sold from Japan, that's over $500, and I understand that because that's a Japanese exclusive. It wasn't sold in America, so that's pretty rare to get. If anybody does have one, they're pretty lucky. But I've seen some people on eBay and stuff sell GBLs or Game Boy Lights for a reasonable price. I also might get the Game Boy Pocket too, just for the sake of me being a collector, because I know there's the Game Boy. There's also the Game Boy Micro, which I heard is somewhat rare. Like in North America, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's not a Japanese exclusive or anything, but there not too many copies were made, because it's a pretty rare console. But if I do find that, I'll definitely pick that up. But anyways, like, there's so much I want to... My collection, when I'm finished with collecting the stuff I want, my collection's going to be humongous. Humongous. It's going to have so many games to it. A lot of my friends have also recommended me getting like a PS4 or Xbox One or something like that. And while those consoles seem pretty cool, I'm not really a Microsoft or Sony kind of console guy. I like to stick with Nintendo, because I have stuck with Nintendo ever since I was a little kid. And Nintendo just is the gaming company that just appeals most to me. But that's just my opinion. That's not really a common opinion, but that's how I feel. So, if I do end up getting a PS4 or whatever, I mean, I'm probably... The problem is, if I'm like, okay, for Christmas, I want to get a PS4 or something. Like, what if I get it and then almost never play it? Like, I don't want to waste all that money for a console that I'm not going to play very much. That's going to be kind of pointless, and I don't want to waste my parents' money for that. Especially because a PS4 is a lot of money. So, I want to get a console that I'm actually going to use. Like, I use the Wii U plenty. I use the Switch plenty. And I use my handheld systems a lot. My 3DS, my GBA, my Game Boy Colors. I use those systems a lot because they're really appealing to me. So... And especially when I get the older home consoles, the GB or the GCN or GameCube Nintendo, the Nintendo 64, the Super Nintendo, and the regular Nintendo. When I get all of those consoles, I'm going to play them a lot, and I'm definitely going to show them off for sure. So, and the reason, for those of you who are wondering, why are you so interested in all these older consoles? Because there's so many good games on it that I'd like to own. Like, even though most of the games that are on those systems I own on the Virtual Console on the Wii U, I want to own the original cartridges and experience it on the original console it was made for. Like, I don't want to just play a port to the Wii U. Like, I want to play it with the actual SNES controller in my hand, playing it on the actual system. Like, I definitely want to try. I want to experience that, like many people did when those systems first came out. So... I just think that would be amazing. Now, there are some older, like, Microsoft consoles, and Sony consoles, like the original PlayStation and the original Xbox and stuff like that. But yet again, those systems just don't appeal to me. Those would be cool to own. No, don't get me wrong, those consoles would be cool to own, but they just don't appeal to me as much as Nintendo does. Anyways, that's kind of all I wanted to say for this video. Yes, it was kind of long, but I just kind of wanted to explain some stuff. Next video, it's probably going to be at my grandparents' house. I don't know, but... I'll see you guys next time.